What's up, Frank?
Hey, buddy.
All right, folks. Today I am joined by Frank Grillo, an actor you know from projects such as The Winter Soldier, The Purge, End of Watch, and his new film Lamborghini, the man behind the legend, which hits theaters on November 18th. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So I imagine the preparation for this role was pretty cool, whether it be learning about the cars or getting fitted for the suits. What about the process of becoming Lamborghini did you enjoy the most?
Well, those things, we got some custom suits made with an Italian tailor and learning about him, reading his son's book, which the movie's based on, being surprised about, who Lamborghini was and how he started this company. It was all, and I didn't have a lot of time. I had about 10 days from the time I got the job to the time I had to be in Italy. So, which I think worked in my advantage. I didn't overthink it too much, but it was a lot, and it was exciting to go back to Italy to get to play one of the great Italian icons, specifically in the automotive industry. And I was afraid. I was like people. How I know people don't see me doing stuff like that, and sometimes they don't respond well to it. But being Italian, playing in Italian, going to Italy, it all just fell into place.
Where's your family from, Frank?
My mother's side is from Sorrento,
Uh-huh.
and my father's from Calabria.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and something I found this in this film and general films about entrepreneurs at large. I feel like there was a greater reverence for entrepreneurs of the past than the ones we currently deal with today. Do you think that there's a reason for that other than pure old nostalgia?
I think we know with today's tech, we know so much about everybody. We know so much about, we know so much about the president. We know it's at our fingertips. We know so much about everyone. They were so mysterious back then. It was like the movie stars of that age. It's, you only saw them when they came out to premieres at night and they were so glamorous, and you imagine that's what their life was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we have that same kind of, and I think nostalgia also plays a big part in it because humans love nostalgia. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, um, but
Especially when it looks that good.
I know it looks good, and they were listen. They dressed beautifully. They sounded beautiful. You're in Italy. They made beautiful cards. I mean, it's
So you touched on this. You're obviously known for the physicality of your roles, which, by the way, man, when I looked up how old you are, I was stunned. You look incredible. So
I can't believe how old I am, brother. I can't believe I'm 123. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, either way, you are still known for the physicality of your roles. But you touched on this. This is not necessarily what you're known for. So what about the challenge of a biopic performance did you enjoy most?
What I enjoyed most about it was the human aspect. So, when you're doing those big action movies or little action movies, it's just nonstop. You're running, you're fighting, you're running some more, and you're fighting some more. There was such nuance. There's such conversations I'm having with, whether it be with my wife or with an engineer. It's, it was such a human thing. And so to come down to that level and to do it in a truthful way, I felt, oh, I'm acting again. Like this feels great to do this. And I've said it in other interviews. It's kind of changed my DNA a bit. Like now, I want to go out and try to find more things that maybe people aren't thinking about me for. Do you know what I
I
mean?
didn't have this wrote down, but I'm curious when I hear you talk. Your stories is one of my favorites. You didn't get your break until your mid 40s. Did you ever imagine 10 years ago that you would be in this spot playing Lamborghini? Does this feel like a real sort of, not so much definitive moment, but sort of a turning of a page to a new step in your career?
It is turning of a page. It actually is. And again, at any age, you can turn a page. It doesn't matter how old you are. But I'm going to say something, and I say this with no hubris. Yes, I always imagined that I would be the guy in the poster.
I
And
love
and
that.
I always imagined I was the guy that was going to throw the touchdown. I don't know why. And I said, okay, I'm going to have that level of belief in myself. And I try to instill that in my children. I try to let them understand that it might not come today, it might not come tomorrow, it might not come when you think it's going to come. But if you don't believe in yourself, it will never come. So, yes, like I love seeing myself on the poster, but I believe that I believe that I was going to be there. And age, it doesn't. You know, my friend Liam Neeson at 58 made a little movie called Taken.
I don't know if I've heard of that one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then he's gone on a run.
Yep,
at
absolutely.
58, and he did lots of things before.
So then this kind of touches on that a bit. You and I don't know if my name gave it away, but you and I are both Italians. My mom is actually from Rockland County as well. My dad's from Queens. So I'm curious, what members of our culture would you like to see get the biopic treatment? Whether you're involved in it or not, you can shoot your shot, or just for the sake of the Italians, who would you like to see on the
oh man, that's a great question. Does it have to be a good guy?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, because you know, Il Duce is a very interesting, and right now you can't even say his name in Italy. You're not even allowed to murmur his name. For those who don't know, it's Mussolini, and I just think it's an interesting time to tell the story, just politically what's going on in the world.
Especially with this new chick that they've got in charge there. So look,
but by the way, I brought up Mussolini. I said something about fascism, about Mussolini, because I was driving every day past the plaza where he used to give his speeches. And my producer said to me, "Don't mention his name." I said, "What?" He goes, "Do not mention Mussolini's name." I said, okay. I was
I was down in Positano a few years back, and they're huge fans of Napoli, and I made the mistake of bringing up Juventus.
Yeah.
And they almost threw me off the whole island.
Oh, I know. And you know, look, Mussolini's a bad guy. Not a good guy.
Absolutely.
But we need to tell stories about the guys who are not good.
Yeah.
Too. We don't want to see them again.
I was looking through your films, and you've obviously appeared in tons of not only awesome movies, but physically demanding roles. What's the most difficult film you've ever made? And you could say this if you want. And what was the most fun film?
The most difficult film was a movie I did with my partner Carnahan and Mel Gibson called Boss Level.
Oh, I just watched that today.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that was the most physically demanding movie I've ever done.
You are showing off with that body of yours, bro. Give me a break, dude. That's why I Googled. I was like, how old is this fucking guy? Unbelievable.
And the most fun I've ever had on a movie was that movie, Boss Level.
So let me ask you. No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
It's the same. It's the same movie for two questions.
And did you produce that as well?
Yeah, Joe wrote it. We own it.
Cool, man. I saw you produce that and Cop Shop. I enjoyed.
Yeah, that's our company. War Party made those two movies.
I really enjoyed those.
Yeah, thank you.
So one of your boss level co-stars has spent much this year deservedly getting her flowers, and that is the great Michelle Yeoh.
Oh,
you two share a scene of her teaching you how to sword fight, which is beautifully meta in and of itself.
Yep.
Is there some story that you want to speak to about your time when you guys filmed that?
Oh, I'm a crazy Michelle Yeoh fan. Crazy. And I had first of all, I was intimidated by her, and I had a crush on her. And I think she knew it, brother. And so when we were working together, she was really kind of sweet and a little bit smitten too. And I had this whole thing with Michelle Yeoh in my mind, and we had this kind of affair while we were at sword fighting, and it was spectacular. I couldn't believe we got her to come and do the movie. I couldn't believe that was the power of Joe Carnahan. But
great timing too, because now she's as big as she's ever been.
Oh my gosh! And she's so talented. And she's
amazing. And she just brings such a warmth to that role, even though she's in a scene or two. Hey, Frank, man, I've got a wrap here. You are awesome. I love seeing you pop up in things, whether it be kicking someone's ass or donning a dope suit. I wish you good luck going forward, and can't wait to see what this new chapter has in store for you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Take care, Frank. Thank you, everybody.